Good morning again. Yeah, now open the short prayer for prayer book, page 8 and 9. Sanje Joda Zoji Jonam Chanju Bordo Dani Josuji Dogi Jinso Jive Sonam Jin Dolo Benje Sanjin Duvarasho. In the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment reach it. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for say all sentient beings. Dunga dang dunga ge juda dewa juje dunga mebe dewa da me dewa juj niring chada ni dang dewa dang yum la ne bara juru je. May all matter sentient beings bound to the sky have happiness and cause the happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and cause the suffering. May they never be separated from happiness that is free from sorrow. May the rest of equanimity free from attachment aversion. Me juji jingi bolono, dozum sanje gunji ngowoni, ranzum choko ngozo danze pa. Sawe lama nam la gu jaze, sazan tuwe nyanda jaje wadu jaje jawa dumbo shado gondo guna zaza. Tenze shenye nam la gu jaze, gunjo ranjan sonjo ngowoni sashi panzo dana juwa na kanzo juji jawa dung. Ranjan panzo shala jaze du, chadang kulo girwe dewa to chandang gabu sambo sanje. Kalagandu dulo du dumbo zumbo Chenrezig gu jaze. Tazo kunde dunja lo chu san dobra jinja lo chu lam don dobra jinja lo. Lam chuba sebra jinja lo chuba shizu chabra jinja labdo so. Good morning, dear Dhamma brothers and sisters. We have so fortunate to again talk about Dharma. The Dharma brings to good karma. Karma brings to good life. Good life brings for us joy and peace, and those related harmonies, all connections. So we have opportunity to accumulate merit and accumulate wisdom. Those two accumulate merit and wisdom can increase to our inner strength. The wisdom samadhi to increase to understanding the life of the meaning and how to way to moment by momentary, how do we react to our own radiating energy through the love and compassion as a powerful magnetic to radiate in different part of the body and different part of the connections. So this the pure love and compassion teaching can bring to all beings close to the us, close to our heart. So this we're fortunate to talk about that. So this the embodiment, all the essence, compassion on Buddha called Buddha compassion. Buddha compassion is the essence, giving teaching the 84,000 teachings, put one small sentence called the 6 syllable mantras. So then the 6 syllable mantra expanded to the volumes and volumes, the sutras and tantrics in different way. So that's the King Songtsen Gampo composed the 2 volumes for text. The first and the second. The first one we finished a while ago. Now second also we have chapter many finish. So now and same continue in the first read English. Then I will give first the transmission and the second some explains. Then we can talk there as well. So Aaron, can you read? Last time we left both part there.
So we left off partway through number.
Mm-hmm.
There are read a few lines down from 6th, so I'm just going to start a few lines up to the beginning of, it says number 6, 6th, on page 306. Are those following along at home? 6th. As for the way of being born in the 3 lower realms as a fruition of evil deeds, by great evil deeds we are born in hell. 20,000 paxti below the Zambaling is a square iron house. Each side is 12 paxi. In the center is a throne with 4 lions, on which is the Dharma King, the Lord of Death, the Lord of the torturers of hell. In his hand is a mirror of the world's karma and a black and white dramshing, holding white and black counting pebbles to distinguish the amount of people's good virtues and bad negative actions. Whenever people die, they are led by the torturers of hell and brought before that co-emergent deity. By the co-emergent demons, they are offered from behind. There, before the Dharma King, the Lord of Death, an accounting is made of their good and evil deeds. The co-emergent gods place the white pebbles of good deeds that were done. The co-emergent demons place the black pebbles of evil deeds that were done. If they have done many good deeds, having hit them with a white thramshing, he sends them to the celestial realms. If they have done many negative actions...
Yeah, we last step here, now here to continue, begin, yes.
If they have done many negative actions, after hitting them with a black thramshing, he directs them to the torturers of hell. However, by me, the Dharma King, the Lord of Death, nothing is taken at all. You look into this. When he said that, by showing them the mirror of Samsara karma, after the good and evil deeds done in the former life have been seen, at that time, after the evil deeds have been sent forth, weeping and beating our breast is of no use. In that iron house in hell with 4 sides and 4 corners are 8 torturers of hell. In the east is a conquering deity with the head of a lion. In the south is a raging deity with the tiger's head. In the west is a burly deity with the head of a pig. In the north is a chief deity with the head of a buffalo. In the southeast is a exhibiting might deity with a head of a grizzly bear. In the southwest is a raging deity with the head of a black bear. In the northwest is a Raksha deity with a head of an ox. In the northeast is a metal-faced deity with a head of a Garuda. In hell, there exist 8 dreadful places. To the first of these, the evildoers born in hell go to the east above. It is called the crushing hell. Between 2 black rock mountains that look like unshorn sheep, they are sent for pressing. Moreover, pulled by hooks, they are sent for pressing. As for the cause of being born there, they are born there by killing cattle, sheep, wild animals, and so forth. In these surroundings, they are placed on iron anvils. From above, they are pounded with iron hammers. In the center of the east...
Okay, we can stop here. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was muted that whole time. Oh.
Huh?
Okay. Could you hear me? Okay.
They say here, yes. Mm. So, Tenji given the Jamnebu, the Shunji Jewu, Shinji Jewu, Tondo Gidugi Zi, Tenji given, hey, Gewache, Divu Garusha, Tenji given day, Divache, Divuna Wusha, Le Gewache, Mana, Tumshin Garu, La Tamne Turis Don, Divache and Mana, Tumshin Nabula Tamne, Yaveshi Manam La Dudu, Tela Shinju Jewu. Sang de la Jiang, Lambermedo, Churan de la Do, Sen Siva Legi Melon, Dembe Sangamala Kidik, Jije Dona de Dibele June, Wu Tang, Dong Yang Peppermedo, Nave, Jagan, Ti Choshi, Sam Shina, Nave, Shima Ye, Yudishana, Jomji, Singi, Don Gojen, Hona Podum Dago, Dona, Tom de Pagi, Gojen, Changna, Rakshana, Gojil, Shalor. Namje teji ngoje lununa dumbo thomji ngoje nubjana awalang ngoje changsharana chakdong chungge ngoje nyawala ne ngba je yu de tela thongur nyawa je ve dikjinde shar do do de tena nyawa dunjum chawa yu do chari nagbo lugdong tukbunda wa ni je phadu do ne jararo jana chagyu tan la chane dong de je ve june Naglu dan Ritalo Sopano Seva Jevo, Terre Corna, Chagi, Dembala Shadi, Ding Tobe de Barajedo. Yeah, hear a lot of things, see? So this is good for, we need to hear, sometimes we mistakenly what we call, oh, it's okay, it's just small, but here it's not okay, As here the consequences. If we did this one, looks like you buy a movie ticket. If you buy this one, and you can see this kind of new movie. If you buy this ticket, go this whole room, and this is you can see. So there's a virtue and non-virtue. There are two different exit door. Virtue is all talking about peace, happiness, joy, pleasure, all endless there, because the seed of the virtue. Negative seed is also coming to on the mind, and then they punish in the mind. For example, when we die, our physically body is now with us. Print the mind with us, they can feel no different than our body. But the difference is, our bodies maybe 5'8" or maybe 6, longest one 7, 8. That's all. But somebody can shoot the gun, maybe some brain, and you will one gun can die. But you cause creating a lot of killing the beings, and then in your lower realm, you can feel 100 blood coming into your body. Suffering is this kind, but not die, because they repair the karmically. So now here, this is the core element to with us to go Tibetan go Hepu Garbo in the Nagbos. They're one sort of the spirit in the white, or maybe virtue, he counting. Every minute with thinking in good, with the actions and anything they will count. And then the end of the life, then he showing this sort of what we call this day is easy way to understand. Maybe computer or phone, your backup pictures. You will just back up, you can see everything is back. Whatever you trick, there's no excuse, they will pop up because you back up. So likewise, they will karmic creditor, their gods, white guys showing that this is being in earth. He did a good job, or she did a good job. So I have this kind of numbers. Likewise, the negative spirit or the god, he said no, and Lord Yama, you are the wrong person sent this earth. Now he's destroyed directly or indirectly. Look what I have. So then the Lord Yama said, okay, sounds good. Both you have looked good mathematics to counting. But let me see, my big TV screen to their call mirror revelation. What did this person done? As soon as he showed the mirror, the single items, items cannot hide. Everything's pop up. And then the two god and goddesses looks like in the judge. They not need to say anything because the TV, they are revelation by themselves. So That's why here, even though we meditate 1 minute, it makes huge difference to purify. One we reciting one mantras and huge difference. With those is the power, we have the opportunity. If there are so many scared, say hell beings and crashing and many things, yes. But this is also the impermanent. But practice can bring, one small fire of the wisdom can burning all the negativities, life after life. Deep renunciation, deep recognize the nature of the mind. Those is we have the hope. It's not hopeless. So now go back to the main text. There is Shinjuchugi Jebutun to Gidini Zeches. So that's where the two gods, the two gods bring to all those counting front of the Lord Yama. And so that just I also said here, just look in the TV, right? Just look in the chat. There's a example. So that's there, everything, people can chat, everything's there now. So this is a so now someone is so disappointed. I was a lifetime, I did something wrong, directly or indirectly. Now this is coming consequences for soon. Once you will maybe in the tunnel, you're driving in the tunnel, and people live in Boston, go big dig, and under the tunnel, just go only one way. You cannot turn around. In the Vajrayana language called in the snake in the bamboo. Inside the bamboo, and the only two doors. One get out, the other side show. Just go, the other side show. You're in the middle of the river. The river with the Samsara river, or a little bigger Samsara ocean. You have nice kayak, and your kayak looks at the self-grasping across the river, and you will let expanded your mind called canoe. Maybe now you can add 2-3 peoples, and then you can add more Mahayana ship, and then you can bring large numbers. And jumbo ships, they can carry tons and tons, the miners things, right? So anyway, that's kind of showing in our on the face. So now this lifetime practice, even though we did many bad things in lifetime, I'm just giving general speaking, okay? I'm not pointing anybody. Please don't misunderstand. Some just say, he talking me again. No, I'm not talking anybody, the Facebook or maybe Zoom. I'm just generally speaking, this is how to explain, okay? So now when you in the in those lower room place, you try to skip. You will try to intelligent dialogue between you and the Yama. The Yama is not easy to go as nation, he's not easy to partnership for us. He's holding the seal, yes and no seal, that's all. So now, if you are just begging, say, please help me this time, I will go back into human life, I will be kind, be cool to benefit everyone. So there's a little bit, what do you call, late, sort of too late. And then the directions go on. The square design in the iron house, and there are 4 beings, or they're waiting for you, and we call welcome beat, welcome beat. And first one, then this one is coming, picnic, right at the beginning, Now there's this is the center. Then they're showing which directions they are. The Sharna Jomchi, they are in the east. They are subduing, make smash. Looks like they are those beings head of like lion head. In the south, and very powerful, and was also very anger face. Padum, they are the face of the or the head of the tiger head. And also the west, and the powerful beings, they're waiting for whoever those circumstances now they are, and they pick head. And north, Rakshas and Yakshas, those kind of beings, and they are head of the elephant head or maybe buffalo head. And the southwest is the what do you say in which one, which head? I will say Bigfoot head. You know Bigfoot, so okay, Tibetan called Timon. Now southwest is the bear head. West in Chengnu. Northwest, and they are in the head of the bull or cow, or bull. And northeast, as the facing looks like the iron face, a head is a Garuda head. Those are the different corner of the helping the aid, living different directions. The first one is the being and go to the east. The east, there being the hell, the sort of the squish to if your own sort of the energy or body feel that what it looks like the squeeze together, and it looks like mountain face like sheep, you know, that when you can see when the sheep fighting just go back a little bit and then just run together very harsh, the very injury the brain, something like that. That's kind. Some luxury house this day, and you push button and they open the doors, looks right in the some luxury house. So this one is the luxury mountain tool. Once you go put there, smash together, looks like the sheep, mountain sheep, boom. So this is the inside. But see, this is, we're not making scared for you. Looks like scared, yes, but now we need to relax, right? The consciousness is beyond the form. The mountain is huge. The mountain cannot destroy the formless. So this we will need to know. Otherwise, you think, oh, I need to go emergency, you know. I'm a heart attack. It's hell so scared. That's not bad. That's good. So we will do more better virtue things. Okay, I will try to not too roughly explain. Okay, sometimes too raw. This isn't, or you need to let more detail. Not in detail. Okay, I will go. Let jumping here and there. Okay. You have the English, right? Everyone, the book you have, right? Book in chapters and page. Okay, there's more there. So I will go ice skating just quick to cross country, not stuck there. Okay. So then there are different beings waiting for different time. You can say different town, different fields, because when you need to get out different place, there are many towns you need to get out, you know. So this kind in the field. So this kind, you know, in the some lower beings feel. And this one, they said, you know, sometimes you feel or suffer, and you reminding in the lifetime you practice, you it's not physically give things, but you think, oh, now I will maybe release some animals. When you're thinking, this is almost you give the life for back to those beings. First, any actions first we need to create in the mind. So that's why gidik sambai rangsuks. Virtue and non-virtue is the dependence, the mind, the reflection. So mind is the understand. I done something. Whenever I go, for example, say if you report the lower room, maybe bad news, maybe sounds like the lower room. But good things is you have practiced many years. You understanding the how to work in the mind, in the wisdom, how to connection to those beings through the supplications, through your own meditation techniques. It's not hopeless again. You will bring there. You becoming like magnet. Those being is like piece and metal in the lower being. When you get there, you bring many the metals with you. So that's why the Bodhisattvas also rebirth many places. Remember the 6 Rams, 6 Buddhas, because the Buddha was choice to rebirth to liberate those beings. Otherwise, the ordinary beings say, I wish the good one. I wish the best place. So this is the ordinary mind. That's called self, self grasping or self wishing always. But Buddhas and Bodhisattva was totally different. That's what we call Bodhisattva. People say, look, her job is like Bodhisattva. She not caring herself because she give everything for the society. This is no different than Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva wishing is not only 1 or 2 people. Bodhisattvas, the body, speech, mind, day and night, 24 hours, 7 days a week, thinking to the sentient being. That's the Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva giving everything something? No, you can look there, see so many Bodhisattva in the names. You can say, great Bodhisattva Milarewa. Did he give something and other people make very rich? No, he is also a beggar. He don't have anything in the material, but he was so rich. When he gives teaching, all tension is just automatically released because his compassion energy is so powerful. So likewise, there are so many teachings like the great Mahasiddha and Edi Mahasiddha, or any we can give the Bodhisattva man and women. Those aspiration mind is so powerful. You can look at it, the great lady or nun, Mother Teresa, when she go to India, she don't have luxury money, she don't have the large money in the bank, but her heart is a bigger size than her, her. But now you can say India, there are a second largest population in the world. But the funeral, the highest respect is the Mahatma Gandhi, and then the Mother Teresa. They never like people done in the respectful way because there's a special person. She's not Indian, but her mind can choice. They need it. So many. You can look this document. That's just give you how you can help. She have the faith. She have to understanding the other sufferings fully. She will be there with them. That's very unique. Many people say, oh, now we need to move because something's bad happened here. We need to move. And Bodhisattva said, I need to stay here because bad coming. I will need to help as long as die together, live together. That's how wonderful. This means it's not Canadian geese. Canadian geese, sometimes nice weather may come in the northeast, cold, go to the southwest. It's called Canadian geese, right? So Bodhisattva was not Canadian geese, okay? So Lord Buddha said one time he was there in Indian that time, the bad flu like right now this one, especially there are very bad harvest. Almost people cannot eat much. They farmers are so poor. They're not treat medicines, not food. The people die, and then the Buddha's attendant said, "Okay, Lord Guru or Buddha, we need to move different towns because now we cannot eat here because we cannot get any food because they don't have any offer. They have so many diseases coming. They also sick us, our communities." Lord Buddha said, no. This time I need to stay here. They physically suffer, mentally suffer. They want maybe something say, we need to be with them. We can share them good time with us. We dedicate, because they're every morning and the food offering, we dedicate for them. Now the very difficult time, we will be together, we will work together. So that's the Bodhisattva, how to expand his or her the extraordinary mind. So that's what we call, usually we call, I'm good person. Almost 0%, almost. Say, I'm bad person. Everybody say, yeah, I'm cool, I'm nice, I'm good. But Bodhisattva never say, I'm cool, I'm good. The commitment is my body, speech, mind, as long as this life, and maybe under Buddhahood, all sentient beings, our rebirth against the suffering place, our rebirth the suffering against. Remember, we always say, oh, I work 20 years, 30 years, now I'm time to retire. You never heard Bodhisattva retire, Never retire. Life after life, they are coming back. Try again, under the commitment to all the sentient beings to become Buddhahood. This is not easy subject, So this way, again, even though we mind this kind of wishing, and then we rebirth in hell room, those hell beings looks like in the dark place. When we born there, looks like turn on the light. This makes it different, So you will go there. It's not torture or suffering, and not only that. So there are a lot of good things, isn't it? Okay. Now, Aaron, can you read some more? East and Center.
Moreover, pulled by hooks, they are sent for pressing. As for the cause of being born there, they are born there by killing cattle, sheep, wild animals, and so forth. In these surroundings, they are placed on iron anvils. From above, they are pounded with iron hammers. In the center of the east are black, blood-yellow pus flies, as big as little birds, having eaten their flesh, also eat their bones. In these surroundings, a raging deity, having the head of a tiger, holding an iron saw, cuts their bodies lengthwise. Between east and southeast, with boiling hot springs, is a sword-holding deity, having the head of a lion, having caught their feet, gulps down their flesh and bones. Then, by the power of body, without being able to help it, they come to the upper self, between south and southeast. There it is made very hot. After their 4 arms and legs have been pinned by iron spikes from the 4 directions, fire is sent. Their flesh and bones bubbled, sizzled, and are burned. The cause of being born there is wrongly teaching what is dharma and not dharma. Also, those who have been incited to do harm to others because of the 5 poisons are born there. Then, without being able to help it, they come to the south center. There, in a dark black place, they are afraid. The torturers tie their hands. After their brains are beaten out, many iron hawks dig out their brains, eyes, and so forth. In these surroundings, a raging deity, having the head of a black bear, among iron thorns, beats them with iron hammers. Then the guards of hell scold them harshly. Pierced by thrown hammers and spears, without being able to help it, they come to the upper west, between west and southwest. These surroundings are called Black Line Hell. Bodies having been marked into halves with lines, the torturers with iron saws cut them lengthwise. They are also cut to pieces with hatchets. As for the karma of being born there, those who slaughter living sentient beings and kill them with human weapons are born there. Then, without being able to help it, after they go to the western middle, the guardians of hell pour molten boiling metal in their mouths from dry skulls that they hold, and all their entrails are instantly burned. In that area, they must also go among shalmali trees with iron thorns. Then, in the lower west, between west and northeast, having been placed in a strong iron holder, they are crushed by iron boulders. They are red and black, as if they had been crushed. In that area, after half their body is crushed by one iron boulder, they are eaten by iron wild pigs. Then, no matter what they do, pierced by the lords of hell with spears, they go to the upper north, between north and northwest. Then, they exist in the reviving hell. After their heads have been placed in an iron holder, having been crushed by iron boulders, they are made to revive again. As for the cause of being born there, by burning people and killing them with weapons, they are born there. In the north center are 100,000 metal cooking pots in which, after the fires of karma have been kindled, they are cooked like rice. In the lower north are the 8 cold hells. Between each of the hot hells is a cold hell. As for our Buddha, the blistering hell, blisters arise as they do on a frozen turnip. As for the hell of having broken blisters, after the blisters break, they become sores. As for the saying a true hell, after they are frozen, they emit sounds of anguish. As for the lamenting hell, called kaijud, they weep with cries of pain. As for the teeth chattering hell, they cannot speak and their teeth chatter. As for cracked like a lotus, they are cracked into 4 pieces. As for great cracking hell, they are cracked like a big lotus into 8 pieces. As for the hell of cracking like an Utpala lotus, they are cracked into 16 pieces. In the neighborhood of the iron house, in the 4 directions around it, are 4 times 4 or 16 sufferings. Moreover, in the 4 directions are burning pits of knee-deep embers in expanse 16 paksti. If one sets foot in them, the flesh and bones are destroyed. When they are pulled out, these beings revive again. As for the cause of being born there, monks are born there by breaking their discipline. Then there is mud of rotting corpses. Many insects with white bodies and black heads pierce them, getting into their flesh and bones. As for the cause of being born there, those who practice wrong livelihood are born there. Then in a plain filled with razors, after the flesh and bones of their feet are cut to bleeding tatters, they are lifted out and are born again. As for the cause of being born there, those who kill with weapons in war zones are born there. Then the iron shalmali trees exist. After their friends, whom they desire, call from above, when they go there, iron thorns of 16 fingers facing downwards pierce their bodies. When they reach their peak, having been called from below, by going there, after all the horns have the tips facing upward, their bodies are pierced. At the peak, iron hawks pick at their flesh. At the base, dark red dogs eat them alive. As for the cause of being born there, As adulterers, they have stolen the wives and husbands of others. Outside that is an unfordable river of hot ashes, in that their flesh and bones are burned away, and they are boiled up and down from surface to bottom. As for the cause of being born there, from killing beings who live in the water, fish, and so forth, they are born there. By false speaking, they are born there. After their tongues are extended for 100 paksi, they are plowed with iron plowshares. In particular, this occurs if they have spoken falsely about Dharma. By having committed slander, their tongues are struck with iron furbas a fathom long. If they have done faults with brie measures, in a metal brie bowl, their body is cut to pieces and made to fill it. If they have done faults with strong measures, their bodies are cut to pieces and weighed in iron strong measures. As for the occasional hells, those are said to die every day and every night. As for the neighboring hells, every day, every time beings fall into them, they die. Having died, they revive again. These two types of people, having used their wealth to have others killed, they are born there. As for the measure of life of the hot hells, 50 human years are 1 day of the 4 great kings, 30 of those in a month, and 12 such months in a year. They may stay 500 of their years. 50 years times 365 times 500 equals 9,125,000 human years. That is 1 day of the reviving hell. 30 of those days are a month. 12 such months are a year. They may stay 500 of their years. 9.125 million times 365 times 500 equals 1,665,312,500,000 human years. 200 human years is counted as 1 day of the Aviva Tabral gods, who may live 2,000 of their years. 200 times 365 times 2,000 equals 146 million human years. That is 1 day of the crushing hell. They may stay 2,000 of their years. 146 million times 365 times 2,000 equals 106,580,000,000,000 human years. 400 human years is 1 day of the Ganden gods. They may stay 4,000 of their years. 400 times 365 times 4,000 equals 584 million human years.
Okay. Let me stop here. For those, I think, not to translate, you already hear through the English. So there's each one and a cause. Each one cause their different place, different span time, you know. Those, I think, is good for the explain, and people not believe the religions or not karmas. There's the beginning, there are just a little bit goosebumps, then they think, oh, I need to be careful. The Tibetan people always say, oh, don't do that, it's the bad karma. Don't do that, it's bad karma. This looks like the new mantra or life always. They always say, don't do that, it's bad karma for you. So this just looks like, say, don't do this, those big numbers coming. So, of course, practitioner case is not need to worry, remember? Not need to worry, because this is not existent for permanent. We always said, outer inner universe, everything is in permanent way, but the mind themselves is the power, can go any place, but except 2 places, and one of those, the only karma you create, then you will go there. As karma also purifies, such we practice Vajrasattva, 35 Buddha, reciting mantra as much as we can. Looks like old clothes. They have chance to wash. And you can, so still you can use 1 or 2 times. It's not, say, oh, that's old, throw, it's not case. Same as our mind need to wash more. and natural mind is still, they are so polished, and there are shinings coming continue. Okay, just be relaxed, be cool. Okay, cup of coffee, try. Sharguna Shadan, Dr. Chu, Zamji, Shasuna Ruwalang, Sawa Yu to Tayukon, Bottom Dagon Quajinch, Jack Solotona, Lu Tawa, Yu, Do Sharmena, Chuzena, Koma Yud, Zejo Sinki and Quajenji, Kambala Juni, Sharu Wala, Hakla, Tonga Yudu, Teneleju, Onga Ramame, Hodo, Chino. Dinner of the Sowa, Chang, Gong La, Shi, Jaburishi, La Jangni, Shoshin, and Metan, the Sharu Pua. Chenrezig 대기의 균이 추대 주면 로퍼동 중 신라 동해왕 노와 제와로 제고 되네 라왕메 벌호우스 진노 되나무 벨링나 지과 유외 심에 라바지 레바드네 자게 자라몽보 레바담 로소관 조와 유도 대예 코로나 tumbo dam jing wa jin jawe jage therme sebudu jage tobe dongwa yudu tena nyawe sungme jage tawo je towa jawa dongge phone ramame bonudu de chino te korje te kordik na jawa yudu lura chezumdu tige tamne shime jage sole lu jawa yudu dari jang shuwa tare jibele ne sumbo tamje shewa ta mezone sewa jiwa dere ramame wa nu usu jine Yes, come to G to Kuma Karaluna and Rotamje to Los, Gura Jawati, Kuna Shamale, Dombo, Jagi, Samajan, Zigova Yudo, Tenen, Metu Jagi, then La Shane, Jagi Pamanjit, Nende, Mana, Sabashin to Chiru, the Yukona, Tigjen de Jagi, Pamanjumbo. Jagi, Lujice, Man, Chaman, Lujice, and Jagi, Pagu, Gisawaraje, do the Neke, Yabon, Ju, Kangje. 동계 보내 찬도도 침바당 되네 양수 잡아 유도 자기 덤벌은 그것이네 자기 방원진네 제대 양수 버르지도 대집의 준네 메도당 천지 세바워 세베지와 티우나 자기 투와 개 자동도 성배 난도 루지 메푸네 제 추바신도 지도 장면은 장외 냐와제 제유도 냐외 자wen냐와제 제 바로 바나 장wen냐와를 유디 주부를 제네 Numa Chakba, the Chubur Tuki, Jumba, Chubur to watching you, Chubur to Marathon, Achu, Savannah Chanake, Domba, Kihu, Jave, Mube, Dunge, do Sotam, Dambanike, Mendobra, Sotoba, Toba, Bematrakivan, Seva Shiriko, Kevajumbani, Pemachumba, Kevajo, Jo, Ubedra Givan, Sevajuru, Dobo, Chagi, Kangdom, Karawe, Do, Shena, Dungishishi, you will do with in a choice in Mamarji. Bu no zamla jara bazu juru judo gumba shana sharu she wara julu tina lar sun roba yudo terbe junu zumba tim shikba jewo terero nyangi dama yudo bulu garala ngo nakba nguwe sharu lo tukba mibra shewo tere jibe junu zuwa labur cheba wa tenne puru dambe thangla gangbe sharu nye je ne dingna Yala Jiwa Tene Jive Juni Chuji, Chimishik Badan Lamdo, Chumbu, Chevara Java, Yang Redulumenasen, Sonji Charabeva the Luge, called some Doba, the Terejive Juni, Yumur Sonji Severa Jedo, Tenechagi, Shamari, Tumbuido, Rangi Tok, Hanla Chagwa, Yang Perne, Chinzam Jagi, Terma, Sora Chutubanam, Katur the Den, Lumburjedo, Zemurishimbelam. Jine Chimbasama Tumjiki Zimayan Bibo Tenechak told me about the Jabadi or the Shashin Zimajimbe, Temar, Berne, Chimbana Samatum Zimayara Duna Lubibo, Zamajagi, Chadalogician Bozo, what it is, Saber was a Brazawa, the Regive, June, Jibrajin, Juma, the Jugo, the Chiro, not telling you what I mean, you did, and the Sherry. Tendaba Yoda, the Jibi Juni, Chula, Neve, Soja, Nyala, Zobola, Sowajivo, Jimmy, Baze, Jave, Chirujuna Jagi, Tonshu, Chibarchula, Junche, no, Tamajewa, Jaladaki, Puvatable, Yun, Tala Jun, Jagi, Tamon, Lu, Dunjin, Jiva, Don, Tala Jun, Jagi. Asang Nandu Lu Tum Shinju Wony Tsene Nimula Lenre to Sumula Len Shibula Jovani Gunan and Sharil Tibri Chivatin Shin Yang Su Yong Tini Jirangi Chubu Shen La Sudu Chula Jovani Gujuruji Tsezen Melong of Jula Jirishi Shaji Goti Sumjusum Landawa Juni Lord Zebe Ranglong of Jatuba Yavala Yang Suji Shaji Chuban Sha Sumjula Davaji Davajuni Logic Chebe Nyawala Yang Suji Longa Javo Melurzen Melumbuda to the Yudo Melu Jala Sumju Sumbe Shaji Jebu Sumju Lotong Jala Nyawa Tina Be Sha to the Zeva Tumala Subadon to Tene Meluzina Melum Bumta Juni Don Cheva Gudukudon Melu Jala Tabde Sha Jig do Zivana Tabdela Loni Don to Tena Nyawa Dunjum Jisha to the Cheve Loni Don to the Melu Tang Cheva Jidan Cheva Sum Bum to the Jedon Melushi Jala Candibela Sha Jig de Long Shizu Telling Yawang Boji. No, Shajik do the Lo Shidon to the La Melo Chewata Jada Nivet so. Okay, can you read a little more?
That is counted as one day in the crying and screaming hell. They may stay 4,000 of their years. 584 million times 365 times 4,000 equals 852,640 billion human years. 800 human years is one day of the Frul gods. The oldest may stay 8,000 of their years. 800 times 365 times 8,000 equals 2.336 billion human years. That is one day of the crying and screaming hell. The oldest may stay 8,000 of their years with great screams. 2.336 billion times 365 times 8,000 equals 6.82112 trillion human years. 6,000 human years is a day of the gods who have power over the emanations of others. The oldest may stay 600,000 of their years. 600,000 times 365 times 600,000 equals 131.4 trillion human years. That is one day of the hell of heat. The oldest may stay 600,000 of their years. 131.4 trillion times 365 times 600,000 equals 28.776.6 quintillion human years. As for the very hot hell, they remain for half an intermediate eon. In the Avinci hell, they remain 1 eon. In the cold hells, as for the life of the hell of blisters, in the country of Magadha, one container whose dray measure is 100 times the usual 1 dray, 80 such containers of each were poured into a sesame and seed storage container. If every 100 years 1 grain of sesame seed was removed, the time it would take for that to be exhausted is the time until their transmigration from life. 20 times that is the lifetimes of hell of broken blisters. 20 times that is life in saying Achu. 20 times that is saying Kaihut. 20 times that is the teeth-chattering hell. 20 times that is cracked like a lotus. 20 times that is the great cracking hell. 20 times that is the cracked like a great Utpala lotus hell. That is the teaching of the life and sufferings of the hells. Sentient beings who mainly have karma of attachment and avarice are born as hungry ghosts.
Okay. Now, we will get out the hell as soon as possible, okay? So you're going to wait and how it goes a little bit. Tela mi lo che wa cha je de che lo ni dang che wa cha gum bum shi don yu do mi lo ji ja la chu ga be sha je de je be je don to de la ngum bu chim bu sha je de de be lo je don do bu bu chim bu to de la mi lo che wa cha chu ju za du dang che wa sa ya dang che wa mun dang a ti ni don don mi lo Dong Chuk Jia La Xin Zhou Wan Chi Ji Xia Ji Di Ti Ge Wa La Ti Chuk Dong Tu Ti Nya Wei Ce Ze Ge Xia Ji Di Di Lo Ti Chuk Dong Tu Mi Ti Mi Lu Che Wa Jia Zha Nga Jia Sa Ya Ya Jie Dang Che Wa Cha Sum Ju Dang Che Wa Da Jie Jie Dang Xin Bum Dang Che Wa Cha Ti Chuk Dong Tu Wa Ra Tu Sa Wa Ni Pa Ra Jie Ge Wa Chi Tu Wa Nar Mi Nya Wa Ge Wa Chi Tu Tangwei Nyawa Chuburu Jinji Tseni Yu Mangata Dil Ke Gyaju Dil Je Jing Chikdu Lubodang Lo Gyare Na Dil Ridon Be Tenam Snama Se Urana Se Bodu Tene Nishu Chuburu Dube Ti Nishu Gyuru Achu Sabatan De Ju Ni Kihu Sabat De Nishu Gyuru Satamatan De Nishu Gyuru Pemadara De Nishu Chimbo De Nishu Be Chimodara Kebo De Seze Dang Dung De Bo Samjen Du Jia Dang Sen Na Zoburu Chebe Le Yi Da Su Ji Wo Yi Da La Shi De Chi Ji Ba Ta Ne Yi Da Zhi Gum Ji Sen Ne Sa Dung Tum Je. Okay, now go ahead. Four types in the Hungry Goose.
Sentient beings who mainly have karma of attachment and avarice are born as hungry ghosts. Among the hungry ghosts are four kinds. Those who have external obscurations are afflicted by hunger and thirst. All their food and drink is seen as pus and blood and foul vomit. Moreover, having been guarded by guards with dandak clubs, they are driven away without being able to eat. Those who are called possessors of inner obscurations have a merely nominal head with mouths only the size of needles, necks the size of bowstrings, and throats the size of a horsehair, so that nothing can get through it. The third kind is as big as a country that they cannot be filled. By the shortness of their arms and legs, they cannot move. By having the obscuration of having obscurations, since they are made very hungry and thirsty, their food is filth, spit, and mucus, and so forth. Even when they can get it, others steal it. In their thirst, they do not hear even the name of water. Their bodies without flesh and skin are dry skeletons. In the day after shadows arise, and after evening is mostly over, they come. Those who are called having obscurations of the gateways have mouths blazing with flames. All they eat turns into boiling molten bronze and burns them inside. The hungry ghosts, called born as little birds, having been put in food up to their knees, having been yelled by men with weapons, have no power to eat. The hungry ghosts, who move in wind and space, have no autonomy of action. They are tormented by hunger and thirst and harm human beings. As for the length of life of the hungry ghosts, 1 month of human beings is a day of the hungry ghosts. They live for 500 of their years. As for the animal beings...
Okay, so now you can look at it. The hungry ghost looks like, you can imagine, looks like alien, looks like body, Now you can look for our body. We're pretty good, We're pretty good. Looks like the close to the Buddha. You can look the eyes, and nose, and ears, and necks, and stomachs, and everything. So sometimes we are not enough this one. My body is not enough some things. But look, the hungry ghost, they're telling what it looks like. The tiny throat looks like the hair of the horse, and the legs looks like the like grass. The valley looks like town. So one, you can maybe didn't get food because you don't have karma. Even though it's nice to water, when they come to the hungry ghosts, they're transforming like the blood because they don't have deserve. And they may go through in the throat, and there's some things burning in the fire. There's no flavor. You go to the stomach, it never full. If you full, never care to, they explain synergy suggest. Of course, everything is there different cause and condition. Whoever stinginess, there's a report in the hungry ghost. So this is same. We hard working, work, and after you dead and somebody enjoy it. That's all. You didn't much. So this happened to the hungry ghost. Okay. Simchen jara sana zobor chebe leji yida so jebo yida la shidi chi dewa jene tegum je nyen sadung thamje na thak dang juk su dong thya yugdo jenje song ne rama me berde nangge dewa jene jawanam go komba zam ka zam khamik zam jimba shugyu zam thewa tang zam le meter su yunjong zam ba me ke kangla chi udong zam je me de bo yudo dewa jene sun Chibajan Jawa Shindu Tegum Chewadang Zem Zang Wadang Nablusu Soba Nijang Shenji Chogwa Gumbala Chui Mingyang Michakwa Lujang Bomba Me Gingru Gambo Nimu Chipsu June Guma Shindu Gane Wong Gojuji Chibajan Jawa Kangla Membarawa Su Chi Chuju Kumarasone Kumatawazoti Ida Chibuji Jawa Seji Nando Pumu Nubzam Chene Jibu Kozon Jenji Sun Sawame do lung khala jiwe ida chawa rawa me barse gum la donsum je ida lo no jiwe menam no bar je do ida ge tseze mi da wa ji li ida ge sha ji de je long ab je yu do jo song ge je wan ne. Okay, now animal.
As for animal beings, they have great ignorance and are born by not hearing the Dharma. Between the continents, since the light of the sun and moon is absent, they do not see their own forms and eat their own flesh. Many fall prey to cliffs and avalanches. Their measure of life can be as long as an intermediate eon. Animals that live in the ocean remain in the great outer ocean, like the residue from extracting chang. Bigger ones eat the littler ones, and the bigger ones are eaten by many little ones. Outside the earth, and not coming outside, are insects with many legs and no legs. The birds transcend the scope of thought. The scattered animals include countless four-legged predators and herbivores. The various kinds of domestic animals who are human property, having been born as animals because they did not have the discipline of giving even a little generosity, do not transcend the suffering of being exploited. By monks breaking discipline, there is birth among the family of Nagas.
Okay. Okay, you will go ahead. Yeah.
As for their sufferings, they are afraid of punishments by kings. They are afraid of rains of hot sand. As they are afraid of Garudas and so forth, the suffering is very great. Their lives may last up to an intermediate eon. Such is the nature of the sufferings of the birthplaces of the three lower realms. All ways of conduct that are adharmic do not get beyond the hell beings, animals, and hungry ghosts. Third.
Okay, now we're going to stop here now. 최선 기관의 신도 뜻목체신 추마도바제데 링기 파르도 인데 우메바랑기 속메도 와다 닝샤 닝게서 와다 양다보도 롱몽고 이거다기 셋제 barge ware to bayu do chana nebe tundru chawa chiri jadu chimbona changagi bama shindu ne de chi chung sawa dang chung mungu chibawo sayi dana toba 마도멘부 강마당 강매당 도저선지미자고 추송 카도로 자와 당시외 전선당르다 당메고 민노르나구 추선 남네 짐바나레 동동야 추dim메베 돈르진네 구지주동에 남만데 와wo 수르니바나 루이르스지 동면에 제우 전부 제와 당 추전지 차르wen지 보다는 것도 이제 골로서 와지면 신도지고 천 파르게게와서 저는 손지 전에 담대 이런 신임 비춘마인 바로 제가 담대녀와 이다 돈도숨도 랜드맨도 so now that's telling for us is that if we born in three lower realms, so that's kind of tremendous suffering. That is way no time to practice. So good things we're not at the three lower realms. Remember, let me escape in the roller coaster and on the way. You're gonna go roller coaster, right?
Roller coaster?
Roller coaster, and those beings stories. It's gives for us to what do you call when you drive too fast in the highway. They give you some warning. This is the warning, but it's not a real ticket, but it's a warning. Those the warning. Okay, so we have in the three higher realms, especially with the precious human life. We are much better. This way we will say those beings there no opportunity. They're tremendous suffering, endless suffering. We're not there. We will help for them because they don't have any capacity. We does. So now good things we get out the three lower rooms. Be happy 10 break. Okay. T10 breaks because we're not there. So now we go higher and higher, better place. The tea is more better taste.
Would you like some coffee?
Why not? We're not hell. Bring. And you can serve also Lama. Coffee. Oh, yeah, in my refrigerator there are a lot of milk.
Mm-hmm.
I need a little bit more milk.
Yes.
Because now I need to enjoy.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I hear you say yesterday you had some voting thing today or something?
Yes. When you go to the Tibetan community in Chelsea, so we have the Prime Minister and Parliament.
Huh?
Yeah, big day, right? So we're wishing whoever goes good work for serve the communities, right? 차동 콜로 주베제오도 전도 개와 상부 상지도 칸라칸도 들라 좀보제레 세글라 추바 뭐 Oh, so delicious. See, hungry ghosts and hell beings, they have no opportunity like this coffee, because when we give for them, and they're transforming something else because they don't have deserved karma. So we dash. Yes. So this is and we can imagine it's a hungry ghost and hell beings somewhere from here to, northeast, maybe next to the third pole or maybe green pole. It's not needed that way too far. We can look right now how many people cannot eat. So many food. They say, oh, Lama, make sure my kids cannot eat nuts, especially peanut butter, things like that. See, this kind. Some people say, I love eat peanut butter. Some people say, I cannot touch peanut butter. See, this kind of how it works is similar. Some people, everything will come to food as there looks like good soil in the field. Everything's growing. Some certain people, they cannot eat, they deserve to eat. This just looks like life or living hungry ghosts. And especially I'm not complaining, okay. Generally in society, young girls, they're worried too fat, right? They will eat very tiny food and drink just water. It looks like this living hungry ghosts, but they think so happy. No food, no fat. It looks like be cool, So, what in Tibet is said, eat well, work well, not need working hard and not eat. It didn't work that way, So just like car, take care. You can drive many miles and you take care, put the gas and clean, and then you can drive. The last minute you will say, oh, I need hit the gas. That didn't work. So our body is very a special body for transportation. People these days call Ubers, Uber is not too far, maybe few miles to few miles, that's all. But this body again, from Samsara to Nirvana, you need to take care. This is very good way to take care, Keep all kind of nutrition. That's it. This body and this brain, this heart, those three combination, they're faster than a rocket. Yeah. Hey, man. Yes.
So this hell places, what you just said about the hungry ghosts makes sense, right? And also in this planet Earth, there are some people that are living like in hell.
Yes.
And torture. But aside from that, like how?
Yes.
Are there any other planes where these realms exist? Other planets, dimensions?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. Remember this way. Buddha Pure Land is Buddha. Everything is sound, smell, everything is like excellent. So this planet, we found some place, not everything's excellent because man mass many places. But when you reach the Pure Land, there's only what you call good karmic curry card, and the death curry card cannot get there. So when you get there, everything's excellent. You can see Baksam Jushin we call wishing fulfill tree. This tree, it looks like magic tree. whatever you thought, just come up this tree. Sound, music, food, walking, any you think and come at the same time. So that's only the when you reach the pure. Right now, pure and impure, talking in the mentally, mentally in the pure, the no marks any negativity. You are in the heaven is not too far. So right now you can look there. So United States, the people call heaven and earth. See, everybody say looks like in the pure land. No, you can look outside the nice weather. How many homeless people? They're miserable, just there are so many miserable because the wisdom is just collapse. So this way this practice is open. The good things of practice is very powerful. When you train, looks like sin turn on and off. When turn on the wisdom, your happiness nobody is destroying. Nobody can steal. Because that's so secret. Like Christian Bible said, kingdom is within us, not somebody. The kingdom is nobody can destroy. So when our mind goes wrong and you are miserable, nobody can see you are miserable. So until you can figure out how to get out the zone or cocoons, then you will get out. Nobody putting in the suffering place, but you're the only one. So this text and Buddha's teaching or Buddha's terminology giving for us, this is a place how to Buddha get out of samsara. Buddha give for us exercise. Remember Buddha's when he was a princess in Siddhartha, and he was in the palace, and he asked his body, say, hey, what does the old man, and his friend said, well, if you're good enough, long life, you will become like this. And the princess said, not accepting. Hey, I'm, princess. I have, prince, everything I have. Why I'm go like this? Then he said, now this is not your wishing, but this has happened. Everyone. And he is just, oh, this is something happened. I could do something. And then there's some people cherishing and exciting, and, they say, what happened? Now, this come to this earth, just birth. Mother's tremendous suffering, but also the boy or girls bring in the sort of the joy. But see, right at the beginning, it's not happy sound. Right at the beginning, come out this earth, they're just crying. The beginning is the suffering. That's where the boys. Oh, okay, all right. And then they see just round, next, they see in the funeral, people like emotions, and they say, what happened? See? That's the end. Everybody end. How doesn't matter your luxury or pretty or handsome. This is a way to end it. So between there are a lot things you can do that. And that's where Lord Buddha was to begin. Want to transforming. It's not happiness. It's temporary. Something make better, longer. Everyone. Not only few kingdoms or luxuries. That is makes sense. So then that's the Lord Buddha will practice. And he kindly give for all the, all the document. What did you say this did? Shift the power to, so his document to give every being, say, he never hide how do he cross the samsara. First he begin what kind of challenge. Second day in month, what kind experience growing inside, what kind left and still difficulties. Third and fourth year, and 6 and 7 years, 6 years, his physically is never happened like this, or worse, only maybe sculling or some scarlet. And then his mind is open, is now dawn as rising, sun as rising. His body is becoming golden color, radiating. Whoever see Buddha, everybody just looks like, ultimately your next connection like him, sort of chain. Wherever Buddha, everybody had like this, Buddha go this way, everybody change like that. Did you see the China won the military ceremony and the Chinese president go in the car and the army is just looking for him because the car's going this way. You can see so anyway, so Lord Buddha was the power, this kind of physically changing the 80 manners and 32 measures and all those excellent, each one the good cause. And then his give teachings, everyone so makes sense. Everyone, the Buddha not talking the beyond ordinary measure. Buddha talking about daily base. You know, when he was the meditate, his friend, shepherd boys called the Chiwuteshi, you know. I remember last time I sent you guys the old pad and white umbrella, white cloud. The road by the Thich Nhat Hanh, you know, one of the great bhikshu in Vietnam. I respect a lot. You know, this book is so powerful. We have in Tibetan translated now Tibetan books, and every, you know, many lamas they lesson, and just this is powerful, very powerful. It's also easy, even though kids can understand it, you know, because his friend, his beginning practice conversation of the kids, not a professor, not a lawyer, you know, this kind of top mentality things, but a very young age. And also his young friend is so honest. Young people, their pure mind is better than us. Then they don't have any trick. They never cheat. They never lying. You know, whatever they say is 100% the child, the kids. It doesn't matter color or boy or girl. So he was just spending time with the kids, and the boy shepherd or cowboy or shepherd. He is very, very smart. He knows as the weather is changing, the daytime, what time is it too heat, too hot. How do you take care of the buffaloes? Because they are not much hair, right? And then when the evening, which place to take care of the more feet, and they need to relaxing in the water. He know every day where animal likes, what the animal needed. And also his boss needed more milks and butters and all those things. Buddha said, one time, Buddha said, tomorrow I will talk about how to take care of the animal in the ship, you know. And this boy is so stunning. He's talking, I thought maybe he's talking some enlightenment or, you know, miracle things, but he's talking the cowboy story, you know, or shepherd. This is not small. So they say Buddha's teaching is so directly daily based. We're not talking beyond the ordinary things. Then people say, no, I cannot understand it. This is too far from me. No. Buddha said, how you can make better. If you will cook food, how to become the more tasty and good for the health. Practice what is good for you, good for other. Buddha not say, oh, you practice Buddhism. Buddha not mention anything. How to best your mind. That's what Buddha talked about, you know. Buddha talked about mind training. Buddha didn't say, follow me, and then you will become good. You cannot find like this. Buddha always say, this is how I came to, in the samsara, to outside the box, becoming the awakening. You try. You know, Buddha said, if you not try, go to hell. If you believe, go on, I have power to send into heaven. No, Buddha didn't say, see, this is my homework. You try. I like this dish. You try. You know, Buddha was first democratic leader. So he come to here in his choice. In India, a long time ago, oh, this is Brahma, and this, and that castle is very, you know, people cannot live together because you are this and that. Buddha said, no, consciousness is the no Brahma or no castle. It's all equality. Man and woman doesn't matter. We're all equality. We're looking the same peace and happiness. No different. And then Buddha was just sit down in the grass cushion. No, Buddha don't have any fancy cushions, and of course the limousines, they don't have anything. Buddha was same, no shoes also. Okay, he was just walking with the kids. And then the shepherd boy, he took care of his younger brother, sibling, and sisters. So in general, even though he is not mature, but his mind, his love is unseparable. He know how to take care. That's why we just look here. The hell beings so suffer. That's not their dream. You know, they don't have before something's happened. And now there's this consequences there. They don't know how to get out because they don't have enough to karma. It's stuck there long. So we have the karma to help for them. We have the karma to we not have been going there. We can help the other people. So this way the same the Buddha's talked about how the daily basis is better. Just I always say, just give the free smiling. That's what Lord Buddha said. The smiling is no cost anything. Sometimes people thought, oh, it's a very rare, this guy or girl, I don't know him or her, they're smiling me. It's no problem, when I walk, I always, people driving by the way, I say, hi. And people sit outside the courtyard reading the book or listening. I say, hi. It's okay. I'm not wishing so they hi back me, say, hey, you nice. That's not my dream. But just sometimes, who knows? Sometimes people, they lost jobs and lost this and that. And they're a little bit too tight. I will just say, hi. Oh, okay. Just looking who they are. Maybe short, temporary break a little bit. So that's the way growing just seed, just a little plant here. And then just grow, continue, Okay, some questions?
Me. Can you leave the Hungry Ghost realm just by the time you spend there? Or how do they leave the Hungry Ghost realm?
No, remember, hungry ghosts, they are thinking, remember, for us, if we have very good day, best friend, best weather, best food, your day is very short because all your friend there. Your trust there, your day is very short. And your days begin, there's some things, unfriend person is in front of you. The cook is also not so cook well. And car's not working properly. My shoes also, just maybe the high heels just broken. All those together. So your day is very, very long day. And your days in a good begin, it looks like heaven, but everything's excellent. Goes wrong, it's longer. The hungry goes because there's a karma will. It's not easy to rebirth. Okay, don't worry to rebirth the hell realm and hungry goes, but sudden, deep in mind, say wrong view. For example, say I not believe any karma. I will kill as much as I can. Those kind of very arrogant mind. Then this is dangerous. We're not that. We believe we mistake, yes, but we will. Inside, I wish maybe that's not happened. Most people think that that's good sign. So sometimes people say, yeah, I did very bad. I'm rejoicing. I will do continue. This is bad because they were rejoicing in action and then increase. So we sometimes intentionally, for example, when we drive, we see the dead animal on the road. We never say, oh, I'm so happy the dead animal. No, nobody say, oh, they're so sorry there are some animals. In Buddhist reciting mantras, something put image into your car. Those try to helping those dead beings. Some sort of we directly or indirectly always care the others' lives. So that's why they want to rebirth the hungry rams. So now you can think about it. These days, when we have so many names, the god and goddesses, that's called 100 years ago also the same name. Remember? And the Lord Buddha's time, there are maybe some god or goddesses. 2,500 years ago, still we use same name. See, because they're not changing, they still very long stay, right? Otherwise, some change. Before he was Naga, now he was become something's higher. So this way they stay longer. The human is short. Longest 100 years, maybe 150, whatever. And there's only this is historical, somebody is very famous, Christopher Columbia something, or maybe something, but only book. Nobody is right now existent. The spirit name is, we can look the background. Oh yeah, this one is 100 years ago, 200 years ago, or 1,000 years ago. That way the hungry beings longer. So human beings helping others more than other species. Like hungry ghosts and those beings, they have no chance to helping others because you need to motivation. You need to merit to wanting or want to help, willing to help. They don't have anything. Everything is zero. There's empty everything. No karma, no good karma left. But this we can hear Dharma. Sometimes they see Tibetan tradition, the prayer flags. It's very skillful. And inside the liberation mantras and those wind can carry different part in the world. Whoever hear and see this print, when every morning you have the leftover some breakfast, you can recite in Akshobhaya mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum, or maybe some Amitabha mantras. You can blue blessing, you can put outside. Right now, the squirrels and birds, there are some connection to seed, They will recognize or not, but we have the tension, we have the aspiration prayer. So this we can do, So this is see small things. So now they see some beings very short life, some worms or maybe some mosquitoes. How many long there? How many days? Very very short.
Some even 1 day only.
So those insects just days. So this kind is short, and some ones very very long. So now you can look. The animal is different. Some total. I saw one total in some zooms. They said this is 200 years old. Still there. I saw one elephant 86 years old. And the people said there may be some animal live for very long if they are good conditions, not somebody harm. The human being, you cannot find it 200 years old. And people this earth right now. The long-term score, the people live long life. Yes.
What was the name of that book that you just referred to?
Yes. Thich Nhat
you
Hanh.
said
Yes, this book called Old Path, White Cloud.
Old Path, White Cloud.
Yes.
Thank you.
This is so, of course, Dharma is always like chocolate. But this one is more tasty. Chocolate and a vanilla flavor together.
I like the idea that he was talking to the children. I need the children's perspective.
Oh, yes. Yes. Any questions?
Thank you for those explanations, Lama.
Yeah, maybe sometime we can just talk and share. That's good. And we continue read, and then sometimes I wish one question, two questions, then forgot. So I have maybe clear answer or not. Some we talk because we just dialogue, Dialogue is good.
Sorry, Lama, I don't mean to interrupt. I just have one question.
Yes.
In the first part of the descriptions, you were talking about like these different beings in different directions that had various heads.
Yes.
Are they the ones called Pisachis? The Dakinis? Like in the Bardo teachings, they talk about the Pisachis. Does that make sense? Maybe I'm wrong.
Similar. Yes, very similar. They're similar in Tibetan. There also some Lengeta, Ngwajin, Sigun Ngwajin. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. And human being and they do the good karma, and those beings no job, just rest. And human being and do bad things, they are keep busy because they're coming down the earth and they need to take care. So hopefully maybe they are not busy. So this the story is the Lord Buddha's one younger brother. His name is called Chungavo, the little brother. And Buddha asked him and you love me, and he said yes. Your brother and this and that. You want to become a good practitioner? He said yes. But here's some interesting to connection with the girls. One girl, a special. She's pretty and smart. She is like his kite. Not too far fly because the strength in her hands. Do you understand what I'm saying? Kite. Okay. So one day, Buddha was begging food in his front door, and she give for him, say, put in her spit and her finger touch the brother's forehead. You need to go the food offering to the Buddha. You need to come back before the dry this water here. What do you call? Like this, spit water touching the forehead. You see here, right?
Saliva.
So now here, so you can stay outside maybe a little longer. It's easy to dry, right?
To try to cool yourself down.
No, not cool down.
Why?
So you can see here, you have the water. So this is right now dry, right?
Yeah.
Nothing stay here.
Yeah.
There's water here.
Yeah.
You can see here, right?
What's the name of the water in your mouth?
No. So this is how short give for this lady give the Buddha's brother. So you go out offering to the Buddha. Let me see before they dry this. What do you call? They know English?
I understand your question. I mean, that's a really short period of time for it to dry.
Exactly.
That,
Huh?
that concept doesn't really exist in English.
Oh, see, we
You know,
need.
people will spit at each other, but that's
No,
not what you're
no. Don't do that, okay?
That's what I'm saying. That's not what you're talking about.
No. So here's a short time. You know, he need to go to there, and then Lord Buddha's coming back, and Buddha's just he opened the door. For example, the brother, Buddha knew now exercise time. Buddha's walking, looks like moose. Buddha walks looks like moose because long, very far away. And his brother looks like a rabbit. He's trying to catch, too fast. He cannot catch it. And Buddha was just go far away and waiting under the tree. And now he tried to, is already dry or not? He's almost already dry. He's, big mistake, he is winning. So now Buddha said, do you want to see something very, Buddha said, okay, you can see there one monkeys, monkey, very ugly face and the blonde eyes and something like that. Buddha said, what do you think? The blonde monkey is more pretty or your girl is more pretty? And then the Buddha brother said, oh no, you cannot compete. My girl looks like, goddess, she is this and that, it's so beautiful. There's the monkey is so ugly. And Buddha said, yeah, you're right. Your girl's much, much pretty and things like that. This monkey is so ugly. I agree. You want to go in heaven? I will show you something. And he just holding, just close eye. I will take you vacation. And then he was so excited, holding the Buddha's robe, just holding tight. And he's imagining. And Buddha said, open the eyes. Then he saw there in the goddesses. He never see. So beautiful, so beautiful. And Buddha said, what do you think? Your girl and this girl, the goddesses, which one? Then they say, oh, this is the same as before in the monkey in my girl. Now, this goddess is the best one. And now he is wanted to spend time with the goddesses. Their cause, you need to, human life, good moral ethic, the moral seed of the moral ethic to you rebirth in heaven. Those are the place. And Buddha knew he was a desires growing inside immediately. Buddha said, okay, are you enjoy? He said, yes, pretty much. Hold on, we'll go another place. And he's holding in the Buddha's robe. He just go down, looks like hawk, right? Down, take. And then Buddhist say, he took him in the hell room, the huge gigantic pot, the metal pot, boiling, just water, just boiling and boiling. 4 guys in the different directions, just waiting. Looks like times, When arrived the Amtrak, looks like just looking in the different directions. And they're talking each other, and again he can hear. They say, wow, when he's coming back, then they're talking, the Buddha's brother talking, who's talking to he? Say, yeah, in the earth. Lord Buddha saw enlightened that his brother is very thinking for rebirth heaven, and his motivation, the desire to spend with the goddesses. So after his accumulated merit finished, he's come down this part. So we need to take care to boiling more heat. He was so scared, that he thought maybe they recognize him to catch right now. He just ran. Lord Buddha said, and Buddha told him, "What do you think?" And his brother said, No, I don't want to stay here. Let's go home. Let's go home, So, see, Buddha's a skill. Buddha taught one, he not listen. Buddha give see what you wanted. If this happen, and you go there. This happen, you go there. You have the option. So that is way Buddha was very skillful. Buddha's not mean to him to showing the ugly, pretty is not the case. What is the best way to give in his brother? Best way to help in the brother. Make sense? Buddha never say, "Hey, I'm older. I know everything. You must follow him." Me. No, Buddha didn't that way. Buddha always deep lesson the other circumstances, their lesson, and then Buddha figure out how they helps. Remember one day the lady is her first baby was born and they died. She was disappointed, and she go to all the religions and scholars. Everybody said, sorry, the only baby passed away. We cannot do anything. And someone said, you can look the Gautama Buddha. Maybe he can help. He is very famous right now, at the time, up until now. And then Buddha said, well, I can holding your baby. Just go around and all each house. You can ask house members, ask question. And never died house members, they say no, died uncles and aunties and this old and young. And so then she come back. The Buddha said, did you find anything? She said no. Buddha said, see, it's not only you. This is not the first time. This is right at the beginning of the birth, it's the starting of the death. But some, they have time to spend this life to succeed. Some benefit yourself and others, some very short. But your case, your baby is short life, but now you have the opportunity to, same as you are suffering, same as there are countless beings, you will liberate for them. So that's called the skillful Buddha. Make sense? So yeah, Buddha was so kindly, whoever come to him, you can see the text, you can try to search. Buddha was never yelling, scream, criticize, gossip, never. Buddha always knew there is something need to help, because they will come to the Buddha. Buddha never say, I don't have time. Buddha always listen there. And then the people go away, and then he meditate. He understood their circumstances. Now Buddha was rejoicing because Buddha give for them sort of new hope in new directions. Okay, so today we get out the animal to 3 lower rooms. Now here's those fear there, so that way how to practice. There are 6 different ways, right? So we can here begin next Sunday. So today I need to go to Tibetan elections. I will pray for them. This is not easy. People who wishing to run as president and prime minister, many things. They want to maybe help the other peoples. This is we wish those good heart. And sometimes politicals different. So whatever our side motivation, they take opportunity to democratic opportunity, vote and prayer. Wishing you your health, your commitment. You say so many things. Now I can see months and years what you can see, you know. So these days, public is very smart. In the long term, it's good based on the trust. Now these days, based on the proof, you know, what you say, what you can see, something like that. So thank you, everyone. Join me. And now dedication. Okay, you can dedicate the short long life and then the mind training English. You have if you have. If you don't have the girls, they have. Okay.
For this realm, encircled by snow-covered mountains, you are the benefit and bliss. You are the source of every benefit and bliss without exception. Tenzin Gyatso, you who are one with Avalokiteshvara, may you remain steadfast until Samsara's end. Embodiment of the three precious jewels, Padmapani, who holds the teachings of the victorious one. Seeing the all-goodness meaning with the wisdom eye, may you who are spontaneously established activities live long for hundreds of kalpas. Noble Manjushri, the Lord of Speech, who manifests to hold the teachings of the Triple Gem, who raises the lamp of the sage's teachings. May you, who are the light of the Dharma, live long for hundreds of kalpas. You possess the repository of the essence teachings of the past supreme Siddhas. You, the precious Konchok, are the refuge of all beings. You are the treasure trove of all the wish-fulfilling Norbus. Drubong Konchok Norbu, we supplicate you. The sage's rare and supreme teachings, restored and maintained by the courageous one, propagating the conqueror's teachings of scripture and realization, vastly blooming your brilliant lotus mind, may you live long. Om Spati Vajradhara.
That's good. That's good.
Okay.
Yep. So now today, short practice, short prayer on page 44, Medicine Buddha. Remember, next time usually we call the prayer list. If you know you're somebody, family members, friend, very ill, you can ask, you know, say this prayer, or he or she need help. You know, yesterday, day before, one was my Dhamma friend, dear friend, and Dr. Hanli, and he asked me when the Dharma practice. I saw the text message, prayer for Amanda. Amanda, I know she lived in Maryland. She have the TMC. Now she lived in Florida. It is very good heart. I heard there the emergency maybe in the hospital somewhere. We were hoping for recovery for her, as well as whoever those kind of condition, pray for, you know, physically more healthy, mentally more better, or rest, or relaxing. Page 44, short medicine Buddha. I praise and prostrate to the medicine Buddha, who radiate the light of the Bendriya Jew. Excellent one, your compassion from the all things, this one suffering the lower realms. Sanje Mela Drudur Rowa Jijam Maluba Te Salan Guvara Isho. By this virtue may I quickly accomplish medicine Buddha. May I establish in all sentient beings without exception that the state. Now, those kind of conditions, hoping to lead a long life, page 50, Buddha Amitayus. And your friends, your family members, whoever you knew they need prayer, keep in your mind. Bound to life and the principal guide in this world, and who suffer all sentient beings from the until death, refuge for helpless suffering beings, are trusted Buddha Amidaya. Om Amarana Zavinda Yesoha, 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 Om Amarana Zavinda Yesoha. Yawandi Nyurdo da Tseva Mungu Lazon Drukurune Rowaji Yamalupa Desalango Baraisho. By this virtue, may mercifully attain Buddha Amitayu state. May all sentient beings, without exception, attain the state. On light dedication, page 70. Sonam de Tamjes Guani, Tomnam Nive, Danam, Pamje de Jega Naji, Panon, Chukbai, Sive Zolen, Rowan, Rovarasho, Janju Samjo, Ramboji, Maji, Banam, Jiba, Nyamba, Mebaya, Kone, Kondo, Pevarasho, Lama Gunkam Sanvar, Sovan, de Chodo, Kuzi, Rinvar, Sova. Chenle darshin jevar sovan lama dan dewa mewa jinji lo jambe bawu chidar chemba dan kundu sangbu dinya tishin de da gunji je dalo jir gyawan de dat rabdong o sanje kusum nyewe chenlab dan chunyi minjur denbe chenlab gindu me chendu be chenlab je chidarang washin molum robar sho 다당 콘데 탐제지 두숨도 사과당 예외 계외 자완디 다당 선전 탐제 뉴르도 라남 양다보조괴 창죽rum보제 토바라 주르지. Okay, can you finish the 8 words mind training? Dane Samjen Tamjela, Ishi Norbu, Lelakbe, Tonjo Drebe, Sambayi, Dado, Jevaran Zimbasho, Kando Suda, Drog, Dani Gunle, Mendashin, Shenla, Samba, Takbayi, Chodun, Zimbra, Chode, Jevaran Zimbasho, Jolam Gundu, Rangula, Dojing, Yumu, Jemata, Dashin Maru, Jevana, Zendub Donen, Dobrasho, Ranshin Lembe, Samjenda, Tikduk Tabu, Non Tongzet, Renjenter Tewashi, Nivargawe, Jinjinsho, Dala Shinji, Takdoki, Shiguru Lazo, Mirikbi, Chongarangi, Lem, Jagashinlo, Buburisho, Kanla Dage, Pendagwe, Rewa Chewa, Kanshiki, Shindu Mirik no Chinang, Shinyan Tamba, Tavarisho, Dunangosum, Jubai, Pendemalu, Gulambo, Mai Donda, Dungego, Sanwe Danla, Lembra, Teda Gunjan, Shujeji, Tokbe Time, Mabashi, Shugun Jumar, Shivel, Shime Chenwale, Andrew Shaw, Shija, Gwanse, Gwanjin, Jujet, Dunda Nalo, Wandum, Dragumbo, Ranjan Beji, Damba, Sedel, Shadow Dosum Gwambe, Zin Juru. Thank you, everyone, and good night.
Many thanks, Lama. Have a great day, everyone.
Yes, everyone, good day.
Thank you, Lama.
Thank you, Lama. Thank you, Arin.
Thanks.
Thank you, Lamala. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Everyone, yes.
Have a good day, everyone. Thank
Yes.
you, Lama.
Yes, everyone. Good day. Very good day.